But to touch on the money aspect of it, uh, I coached youth soccer for 12, 13 years, and money was the one thing that could definitely get you onto a team, and if you didn't have it, it was definitely the thing that made sure you didn't get on a team. I used to talk to a friend of mine, someone I knew, worked for a club that they said they had a region in Worcester. Well, it's this club, Worcester. I said, okay, how many players do you have in this region of the club? Like, oh, about 250. Okay, and it's called name of club Worcester. How many players are actually from the city of Worcester? And they're like, I think about 10 or 11. 10 or 11 out of 250. And you refer to yourself as being in Worcester. You might have fields in Worcester. You might have
Yeah.
a presence in, but there's no kids from Worcester playing for your teams because kids from Worcester, by and large, don't have $2,500, $3,000, $4,000 for the privilege of having someone teach them how to kick a soccer ball a little bit straighter than they used to be able to. So is that an aspect of this as well? That the money is what blocks players from being able to play, and is this a
Um,
way to try and open that up a little bit?
well, so speaking from personal experience, back home, you never have to pay to play. You might have to maybe pay like maybe $5 a training session or anything like that, but you wouldn't really necessarily have to pay a registration fee for a club to play that season. So when I came over and I got involved with the soccer here in the UPSL with Keegan, our minds were blown with like the last team were looking for hundreds of dollars just for the players to step foot on the field.
Hmm.
And that this isn't just senior football, this is academy football, right down to like 11, 12 years of age. And we were just like this is what's stopping America from developing the sport. I'm not saying, you know, like we had a conversation tonight and we had someone contact us and they asked us, why are you guys charging $20 for a tryout? Not everything's free. You know what I mean? Just because you have a big green space out there, it doesn't mean that you're getting to play for free. And we get it for free as coaches. I get players need to pay so we can afford to use facilities and equipment and stuff like that. But in terms of actually making players play the game, that that is something as Emeralds, me and Keegan, that was one of the first things me and Keegan discussed as a team of coaches was when we start this team, we're going to try and minimize the amount of money our players are going to have to play because it's putting people off the sport. It's tarnishing the sport altogether. I think. I just couldn't believe it when we found out that like a lot of teams are doing that, and it is common practice. I get, like I say, there's facilities and there's stuff that has to be paid in the background, so it can't be completely free. But in terms of like what you were saying, does money play a factor in terms of who's getting picked for teams and whatever? Um, hopefully, I've not come across that yet, but hopefully that's not the case in other teams. But like I say, all I can say is from our point of view and what our club is going to represent is our club's going to stand by and have our players from senior level, and we plan to have an academy and a women's team in the next few years. We want our players to pay as less money as they can or as we can manage, and money then plays a factor in terms of investment and sponsorship. So this is kind of like the challenge that me and Keegan have come across. We've great backing from the sponsors that we have on board, and we're very very thankful for them. But uh, we could be doing with a lot more. Do you know what I mean? And with a lot more investment, a lot more sponsorship, like we could be pushing for higher heights, and that's what we want to do as a team. And people don't see that in the background. They think it's just a case of buying a bag of footballs, a few cones, getting 20, 30 players, and then you're all set. So I mean, there's so much finances goes into it. So I get why we have to ask for money from players, but players technically shouldn't really have to pay to play, if you know what I mean. Um, also, I have heard. So I'm only new to the league, so I'm still getting my bearings around the league. But I have heard that like if you get say a couple $1,000, you can automatically buy your way into the next tier. Do you know what I mean? And the next tier and the next tier, the richer your club comes or becomes, and the more investment you get millions of dollars, potentially you could be sitting right below the MLS. Do you know what I mean? Which I don't agree with that. You have to earn your way, like Keegan said, through a promotion and relegation pathway, and I think that's the best way for the game to go, in my opinion.